Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about the eyebrows. I've had a lot of my clients get in touch with me recently asking advice on how to look after your eyebrows at home, how to tint them yourself, how to shape them, just what to do. Obviously a lot of people are not able to get to salons just now to get their brows done professionally, so I've got your back. I'm going to help you out with that today. Disclaimer, my eyebrows are weak. I have no brow game. I completely destroyed my eyebrows when I was a teenager. I over-tweezed them for so long that they just don't grow back. So I have been left with literally just a thin, pathetic line of the hair. There's no real shape to my eyebrows and they are pretty sparse. Sad, I know. So in this video I am going to show you how to tint your own eyebrows, how to shape them, and how I do my makeup to cover up this mess. There you go. So let's get into it. First step of tinting your eyebrows is you need to make sure they are completely clean. Make sure there's absolutely no makeup in them, no oil, no dirt. They need to be completely clear. Don't use anything oil based to clean your eyebrows, because if your eyebrows are left with a greasy residue, the tint isn't going to stick to them as well. For tint, I use Professional Beauty Systems eyelash and eyebrow tint. So I don't normally tint my own eyebrows because they are quite dark. I have bright orange hair, and also because they are so thin that I always cover up my eyebrows with makeup and never go out the house without my brows on. That's a lie. I go out the house with no makeup on, but if I've gone to the effort even just to put a small bit of makeup on, I will put my brows on too. So for this you will need a little dish to mix your tint in. The shade of tint you want, I'm going to mix up a dark brown with black for my eyebrows. You'll need your lash tint developer. So you just need a small amount. In here I'm making a mess. What are we going to do? I'm going to put in mostly dark brown with a hint of black. So I've just squeezed some into my little dapping dish here. I'm going to take my developer and add a few drops to this. So you just want a nice creamy consistency. You don't want it to be runny. But you want to change the consistency that the tint comes out of the bottle. If it's still the same consistency as it is in the bottle, it's not right. If it's too runny or watery, it's not right. It's got to be a nice creamy in between. I think I literally just had enough left in this bottle to do my brows, which is handy because all my other stock is at work. So let's pick some of this up in the brush and see if you can see what it's like. So I'm applying this to my clean eyebrows, and you just need to follow the shape of your brows. So simple. If I had a mirror that was a bit closer to me, might be easier. Crazy brows. look bloody ridiculous. But it's got to be done. So all I have done is just apply my tint all over my eyebrows, all the hairs that I know are going to be there after I have shaped them. So if your eyebrows are really full underneath because you haven't had them done for so long and you know you're going to take a certain area away, you don't obviously have to put the tint there because you are going to remove that area anyways. It's up to you though, you can cover the whole area. If you've got really fair eyebrows, you probably do want to cover the whole area so it's easier to see your brow for shaping them. So with the tint, you're just going to leave it on between 7 and 10 minutes. Obviously the longer you leave it on, depending on your hair type and hair colour, the more the tint will develop. But there is no point in leaving it on any longer than 10 minutes if you think, oh, I really want my eyebrows super dark, I want this colour to take, because after 10 minutes the colour stops developing and it won't change your eyebrows. So go max 10 minutes and then we're going to take it off. So that's been on for 10 minutes now. I'm actually lying to you. It's been on for about 15 minutes, maybe slightly longer because I got a bit distracted in the house. Just made a cup of peppermint tea. So let's get this off. So all you need to remove is some cotton pads and dampen them down with water, and you just wipe it away. So when you're wiping it off, go both ways, and you want to keep doing that until there is nothing left showing on your cotton pad. Something to mention as well is if you are planning to tint and shape your eyebrows, always put the tint on first. If you wax your eyebrows before you tint, then your skin can maybe feel a bit irritated, and the tint going on top of that could give you a bit of a reaction. So if you plan to do both, always tint your eyebrows before you wax them. So my eyebrows are looking quite full at the moment, but that's just because the skin above them has been stained with the tint. I don't mind doing that on myself because I always go over this area with wax, so that is going to come off with the wax. If you don't want it to sit on your skin, you can either use a stain remover to get that off, or before you apply the tint you can put just Vaseline on your skin around the areas where you don't want it. So if the tint goes onto your skin, the Vaseline is going to act as a barrier and stop that from staining your skin. Okay, fun bit, here comes the waxing. So before you wax them, you want to make sure you have cleaned your eyebrows, there's nothing on them, same as if you're going to tint them, no makeup, no grease, no dirt, nothing. Again, don't use anything oily on there. I am using my Hive Wax Pre-Wax Cleansing Spray for this. So I'm just taking another damp cotton pad and we're going to spray some on. I forgot the spray bottle doesn't work. I'm going to open it and pour some on. And just clean the whole area, all over your brow, around your brow, in the centre. And we'll just give that a little second to dry off. So first thing I will do when waxing my brows is just take a little brow brush. You can use a little clean mascara spoolie, and I am going to brush my eyebrows up. So because my eyebrows are so thin, I don't actually need to wax them, but the reason I like to wax my eyebrows, I'll do it underneath, over the top and in the middle, because it just makes for a nice, smoother and nicer application of my eyebrow makeup when I put that on. So I'm brushing this up. I'm going to take a thin spatula stick. I'm going to dip this into my wax. I'll scrape one side of it to make sure the wax is mostly just on one side, and then I'm just going to apply a thin layer all the way across here, the area where I want to get all that fluffiness away from. Always got a little baby hair that just likes to go in there. Once the wax is on, you just take a little wax strip. I'm going to make sure that's placed over the whole area that has been waxed and firmly rub that down. When you're taking this off, it looks so crazy right now. When you're taking this off, to really just give you as little pain as possible and also to stop you causing any damage to your skin, you want to get the area as tight as possible. So use your fingers to pull up away, and when you take your strip, go really quick. You can actually see the hair that's been removed because I've tinted them for a change. Normally I can't really see it. So if you've got any little sticky bits, fold your wax strip over and you can just gently dab that away. Tip: make sure if you are doing that, you actually fold the wax strip over. I remember waxing my eyebrows a couple of years ago, and I was having a conversation with my daughter between the walls in the house, so I was completely distracted doing my eyebrows. I had removed the strip and I thought I had folded it, put it back on, and I didn't realise until I took it off that what I'd actually done was put the wax strip with the wax on it the whole way over my eyebrow, and I took it off, and it wasn't until I took it off that I realised what I'd done, because I felt all the hairs come out and I knew it shouldn't have felt like that. So I had one very bald eyebrow for a while. Thank God for makeup. So be careful with that. And before I move on to the next eyebrow, I'm just going to finish off this one. So I will brush my hairs back down now. And I'm going to take another thin spatula and I'm going to work from the top all the way along here. So again, putting my spatula in, giving it a scrape off on one side so the majority of the wax is on the one side here, and it's just a little small amount you need. And you want to take your wax strip again, and same as before, press it on, make sure it's covering all the wax. Give it a good firm press down. Get with your thumb and your finger, just find the edge for you to hold it, and then pull your skin tight with your other hand and quick take it off. Fold it over and dab away any excess that might be there. And we'll do the same on the other eyebrow. So we will brush this all up. Place on. Firmly rub. Hold your skin tight, get your corner and pull quick. And I always find this eyebrow a bit more painful than the other. We'll brush down and we'll do the tops. We'll then go into the centre and take away any fluff that is there. So again, small spatula, wax on one side, and I'm just going to cover this whole middle section here. So I'm coming in close to my eyebrow, so any little hairs that are just sticking out from the side, from that front area of the eyebrow, I'm going to catch them. Wax strip on. I'm going to do this in 2 sections because I feel like my part between my eyebrows is quite wide. Again, get your lip for your wax strip, pull your skin up tight and pull down quickly. And make sure you pull it the right way. What we actually wanted to do with that is pull up. And I'll get my other strip and go over this side here. So always make sure when you're removing your wax strip, you're doing it in a really quick motion. Don't be scared of it. Once you have waxed your eyebrows, you want to remove any wax residue that's there. For this, I use Hive Wax After Wax Soothing Oil. So now is the time it's okay to use something oily. The oilier the better, because it's going to really help lift any wax residue that's there. So just again, taking a couple of damp cotton pads, pop a small amount on there, and gently rub that over the whole area that's been waxed. And it just feels really lovely as well. I always get nice and red after I have shaped my eyebrows. And then I'll always just give my eyebrows a brush through, just to make sure I'm happy with the way they are. I mean, to be honest, I'm never really happy with the way they are because they're such poor eyebrows, but when I get my makeup on, I am happy with them. Sometimes something that I will do is, quite often I will get long straggly hairs, and because I am always just applying makeup to cover my bad brows, I will take scissors and cut any of the long hairs. So to do that, you want to brush all your hairs up the way, and I will cut the ones that you can see coming up above the top shape of your eyebrow. I don't have any of my little eyebrow scissors here, they're at my work. So these are the smallest pair of scissors I can find, which I don't think will work for this, but I'll try. So once I've brushed it up, you want to take the eyebrows and you're almost going against. Got some, better than I expected. So just to remove any of the little eyebrows that have just been cut off, I'll take a damp cotton pad and give that a wee rub through, and take my brush again and see if there's any more that I want to get. And there is a couple. These scissors are pretty pants. Once I have trimmed my eyebrows, if there's any longer hairs or anything in the way of what I think will get in the way when I apply my eyebrow makeup, I'm just going to go in with my tweezers and take them away. So I've got 1 or 2 right up in here that I want to get. And then we'll do the same for the other eyebrows. So we'll brush up and cut away anything there that's too long for my liking. And again, you're working against the growth of the eyebrow. So So I am happy with that. My makeup is going to apply nicely over that. So I'm going to jump off camera, apply my makeup until I get to my brows, and I'll jump back on and show you how I do that. Okay, makeup's on, let's get it finished with the brows. Actually, sitting far back in the camera, my eyebrows don't look too bad after having that tint on, but up close I am still not happy with how thin they are, so I am going to do my makeup how I normally do. So I need 3 things for this. I have my little spoolie brush, I have a thin eyebrow brush, and I use Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. So first thing I will do with my brows is take my little spoolie brush and brush up. I'm then going to take my nice little angled eyebrow brush, and I'm just going to start working some of that product onto both sides of the brush and the flat edge, and then when I'm coming out the pot I'm just scraping any excess off. You don't want a lot of product on this brush. If you can see any little bobbly bits on it, make sure you scrape that off, because that will end up disaster on your brows. So I always start from the front, this arch bit here, and I like to fill it in just a little bit more and then take my line all the way down to get my shape. So I've just added a little extra in to give me a bit more shape. So there, you'll see that's given me a bit more fullness at the front, more shape here in the middle, and I've just lengthened it slightly and given a little point at the end. I'm then going to go back into my little pot, get a small amount more on this brush, not too much again, scrape off any excess. And I'm going to start working at this front part here, and I'm going to work in little brush strokes up the way. So I'm really just focusing and filling in that front bit of the brow. I'm then going to take any excess that's left on the brush, and I'm going to start from this area right here and work down towards that point. So I am leaving this front section free at the top at the moment. So I'm just adding it into the shape, into the thickness that I want my eyebrows to be. So I'm mainly working on that outline first, and then I'm going to go in with the excess on my brush and fill in any little patches there. Then what I do is this part that we left before, I'm going to start from that side. My flat brush is going to work back the way, because that's going to help fluff up the front of the eyebrow. So I'm getting the thickness because I'm adding the colour into this part now. I'm leaving this part to last because I've got least amount of product on my brush, and I want that to be slightly lighter than the rest. Okay, brow done. I am happy with that. So you can just see the difference. This one looks much fuller. It's got a nice shape to it now. Let's repeat. A little tip, this brush that I use, I clean it in between eyebrows, because for so long doing my makeup, I always had one eyebrow that seemed to go on better than the other one, and I couldn't ever understand it because I was always doing it the exact same way. But I think it is because when you first apply, your brush is clean, and I think you just end up with too much product, build it on it to go onto the second brow. So that's my little tip. Works for me. Okay, brows are done. I am much happier with the way my brows look with makeup on than I am without. I do like quite a dark brow even though I have this bright orange hair, but I'm also a person who likes to wear quite a lot of makeup, and if I have a heavier eye makeup on, I just think the brows really complement them. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. I'll see you next time. Peace out.